Hey, this is Dr. Ranicki with Dr. Ranicki's Creating Wellness Center in Savannah, Georgia. So, do you think chiropractors realign the spine? Well, it's an interesting concept. It's what chiropractors have been telling people for a long, long time. But like anything else, chiropractic science is evolving and changing. And so the truth is that we don't realign your spine. What we are doing with a chiropractic adjustment is we're using the nerve endings in the joints of your spine as a way of putting input into your nervous system. See, chiropractors are focused on correcting a problem called subluxation. And subluxation means misfiring nerves. These are things that our bodies create as a protection against overloads of physical, chemical, and mental stressors. So physical is, of course, your slips and falls and bumps and bangs, car accidents, and spending too much time sitting and being too sedentary. Chemical stresses is all the artificial everything that gets in your body that doesn't belong there. Artificial flavors and colors and preservatives and sweeteners, pollutants in the air and water, drugs, whether they're over the counter, prescription, recreational, or things like caffeine, nicotine, alcohol. But the biggest cause of subluxations or misfiring nerves by far is overloads of mental stress. And that's pretty self-explanatory. The jobs and bills and family and kids and all of that kind of stuff. So these subluxations or misfiring nerves, they interfere with your ability to heal and repair yourself, to regulate your own blood pressure, to make your immune system able to handle its own infections and things like that. And this is what chiropractors are focused on, is getting you back to healing and repairing yourself. So just like when we want to have a computer get fixed, we don't do surgery on the computer and start pulling parts out, cutting wires, soldering new connections. We don't give the computer some sort of chemical treatment, whether that be with medications or carburetor cleaner or WD-40 or anything like that. But instead, we just simply start typing on the keyboard. And when we press a key, that creates a little electrical signal, which travels through all the right wires and all the right chips of the computer until it gets to the main chip, the CPU, or what we consider to be the brain of the computer. And it provides some input, some information into that CPU. Now, if we just started randomly banging around on the keyboard, pressing all of the different keys, well, there's a lot of electrical signals being created. It's a lot of input into the CPU, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't convey any information or any intelligence, and so nothing's going to change. The same is true of how we correct a subluxation. When we put a quick little push or a thrust into the spine, that's designed to fire the nerve endings in the joints of the spine. And that's going to create an electrical signal, which will travel through your wiring pathway up to your CPU and provide some input in there. But again, if we did this randomly, if I just laid you on one side and twisted you as far as I could and got as many things to crack and pop as possible, and then rolled you over on the other side and twisted you that way as far as I could and got as many things to crack and pop as possible, and then we had you lay on your stomach and just went crunch, 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 crunch right up the middle, and we had you sit up and took your head and went like this, that's no different than just banging around randomly on the keyboard. It's a lot of nerve endings firing, and it's a lot of electrical signals being created, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't convey any information or any intelligence. But on the other hand, if we made a very specific combination of adjustments where your particular subluxations are at, now we could provide some very intelligent input into your CPU that said, hey, get reconnected with this muscle over here. Get this organ producing a little more or a little less of whatever it's supposed to. And now your body gets back to being able to heal and repair and regulate itself. So what does that have to do with the alignment of the spine? Well, in the past, tell people, oh, we're going to realign your spine. The problem with that was this, is that if we didn't change how things were actually working in the nervous system, but instead we said, I'm going to put that bone back where it belongs. Well, the truth is, I can do that. I can realign your spine. But how do you hold it there the other 23 hours and 45 minutes of the day? You see, if you were able of doing that currently, if your nervous system was currently capable of coordinating the muscles to hold that bone in that right place, that proper position, while still allowing you to bend and twist and reach and stretch and all of the things that you need to do, then you'd have already used those muscles to pull that bone back into its proper position in the first place, and you wouldn't even have needed the chiropractor's help. It's changing the nervous system that is really the key function. And that's the thing that's going to make it to where you can realign your own spine. Your brain will be able to say, well, that doesn't belong over there, that belongs here, and it's going to contract these muscles a little more and relax those muscles a little bit more and start being able to bring it back into its proper position. But it's also now going to be better able to control and coordinate all of the other body parts and processes as well. And you should expect to see improvements in how your brain can control and regulate everything from blood pressure to cholesterol to blood sugar to immune function to you name it. You should be able to heal and repair yourself better with a healthy, properly functioning nervous system than with one that is malfunctioning and misfiring. So in chiropractic, it's all about getting you back to being able to do all of the things that you need to do to keep your body healthy, strong, stable, properly functioning, and so on. And if that's an idea that excites you, then I would welcome you to Dr. Ranicki's Creating Wellness Center and see what we can do to help you to get back to being able to heal and repair yourself just the way that you used to and just the way that you're supposed to be able to. Thanks for your time and attention. Please join us, Dr. Ranicki's Creating Wellness Center. We hope to hear from you soon. Feel free to post any questions or comments you have below. Thank you.